What's Bobino? What's Bobino? Zeke Black is in the building. Zeke Black is in the building. Um, Tonight we live on StreamYard. We got a couple of topics we're gonna touch on. Good topics. The OK Salute Bill Cash, the OK Corral in Brooklyn. That was crazy. Yo, G, that Quinn Holler was popping. Um, the Umar Johnson, what he said about Biden, that's serious. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. What's the word? Shout out to East Harlem, man. Shout out to East Harlem, man. Definitely shout out to East Harlem, man. We here tonight. We definitely here. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? Fly Mike was popping. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Definitely salute to the people, man. We in the building, man. We definitely in the building, man. It's not just you love. We do this for the people. Harlem Devil was Bobino. We got the radio station popping. It's a process, but the process ain't too bad. You add on the app. Definitely salute. Talk about garments, you know what I'm saying? We got some it's a good battle, some good things is going on. Well, like I said, we're doing this for the culture, man. We're doing it for the culture, man. I think what we do for the culture is to win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Doing things for the culture that we know, and things that somebody think. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I talked about Diddy earlier. I know everybody else feel like Diddy needs to talk about everything else, but that's why I touched on Diddy, because he mentioned something important: Black economics. That's one thing that's a conversation that we never have without calling somebody a coon or a Myers or somebody who schemes. So, with that being said, man, you know what I'm saying? There was a battle. Hold on, let me see something. We in the building, part of people. We here. We definitely in the building, man. We in the building, man. Definitely in the building, man. Oh shit! Definitely shout out to Kelvin Smith was popping 49. Ham said salute. Send the salutes. Get the salutes in. Baby. Let's get the salutes in. It's on and popping right now. It's just, we just doing our due diligence. You know what I'm saying? And once we do our due diligence, it's always gonna be a win, man. Hit that like button, baby. We got the radio, like I told you, we got the radio station popping. And we got music on Spotify. I'm definitely gonna play. Shout out to Cloud Chasing. You know what I'm saying? There's some interviews I'm gonna put on my station that me and him have done, because it's on Spotify. Yo, what's Bobino? We have a special guest. More finger for the bodega joint. Well, we had to tell you, man, these young boys I'm not gonna say the young boys, these young men on a different type of time. But we're talking about tonight. The bodega is hot. The cuchifitos say no more. But I want to keep the good brother up all night, man. So hold on. Keep the brother, man. Keep the brother. Because it is real in the battlefield. Yo, this is the brother Mandu, man. Say peace to the people, Mandu.
What's happening?
This is OGMandu. We had a battle. East Harlem versus Brooklyn. I thought I was ready for them.
Not at all.
Not at all. They went to the boot camp clique. They went to MOP. They even buried me. This is the OGMandu, man.
You're a proper service, nigga.
Oh, God. He buried me. He threw me in the cemetery. Yo, definitely, man. And I tell you, man, it was good for the culture. Because a lot of times people assume that because we're not from the same areas that we don't have nothing in common. And one thing we do have in common, even though Brooklyn cats is known for snatching chains and cutting people, taking garments and damn, a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
So why you be going so hard on Brooklyn niggas? Like that's why we took your head off like
that. I had to, man. Shout out to Shaq Grip, man. Shout out to Shaq Grip, man.
That's why I ain't give you no mercy. I was like, yo, this nigga always talk about we snatching chains, riding the train up the rooftop like warriors.
I'm telling you, bro.
I said, okay, I ain't gonna give that nigga no time to breathe, no time to recover. You know what I mean? You up like that. I had fun doing that shit, though.
But it was fun, though.
Fun.
It was mad fun, bro. It was mad fun, man.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, that shit was dope.
And it was good for the culture. I think it was good for the culture. Because it shows that, man, dude could be normal. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. For the length of time that you did, people wouldn't even imagine that you have the time of your life. How, like that's real. I never seen nobody be as humble and happy. You know what I'm saying? Because most individuals come up from jail and be mad at the world. You're not mad at the world, bro. And that's real, bro. I gotta salute you on that, man. Like that contest was for a purpose. And a lot of people I know hit your inbox like, yo, you really got busy. You was getting fresh. You had a good time, man.
Right. Well, like I said, man, I told you that but the first time, I did 32. I did 16 of those 32 years in the box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And 12 of the 16 years that I did in the box, I stayed in my cell, because every time I came out, I was making my box time. I was popping on the pigs.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I went 12 years without going outside with no sunlight. You know what I'm saying? So all those years that I did in the box and shit, I did a lot of reading, a lot of self-reflection. And I was like, yo, if I ever gain my freedom back, I'm going to live every day like it's my last, man. That's why you see me go to, I'm always angry. That's why I go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say, but I found the outlet, like, not to take it out on people because ain't nobody worth my freedom. You know what I mean? Like, the people that I want to do something to, I purposely stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? Because my freedom mean more to me than settling a beef or revenge.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because this camera's everywhere. This ain't the era that I grew up in where motherfuckers was leaving motherfuckers all on the curb. They got cameras everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even if you don't think it's a camera, everybody's the camera. And everybody got a fucking phone. You could lay something down, nigga, put you on YouTube tonight.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy.
It's crazy. So I ain't trying to be on leaving a nigga on the curb, you know what I mean? Parking a nigga. So all them years I did in the box and shit, I was like, if I ever regain my freedom, man, I'm gonna live every day like it's my last.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's going out, having a good time, enjoying my family and shit, my friends, and just enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga ain't got time to be pump faking and being super thug. I did those things already.
Yo, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That shit don't get you nothing but two things: either a grave or a cell. Period.
That's a fact, bro. And
it's a fact.
And it's crazy because people be like, when I talk to Mandu, man, it's a special conversation because you was outside of a different era. You know what I'm saying? You was outside when New York, the murder rate was up and crime was crazy.
Yeah, but you know something though, I hear a lot of dudes be talking about how shit is different today. Niggas is still doing the same old shit. Only thing different from now to my era is technology. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the same old bullshit. It wasn't like a peaceful time where niggas wasn't getting caught. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was getting murked all over the fucking city. The murder rate was at its highest in New York at that time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All nigga ain't gotta believe, you know, numbers don't lie. Google it.
Yep. Yeah.
Google it. Google the murder rate and the violence rate in New York now compared to then. It was even iller. But the thing that I'm saying is that nothing's changed. The hood is, listen, I've been gone 32 years. I went around a few of my old neighborhoods, right? You got niggas my age still doing the same shit they was doing 32 years ago. Still hanging on the same block, ducking the police, selling drugs, getting high, popping bottles, shooting dice. I'm like, damn, hold up. Ain't this the same shit y'all niggas was doing when I left the block in 88? The fuck? So, it said the more things change, the more things stay the same.
Yes. That's a fact, bro.
So things haven't changed that much. The only thing from then to now is technology.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But it's the same energy, the same vibe, the same mind state, the same thirst, the same struggle, the same shit that it's always been. From grandma to now, nigga, from grandpa to now, from all those generations, black people been struggling, so the struggle still is the same fucking struggle that we go through. Down from the so-called officials, from the police, from the government, to the shit that we do to each other in the hood. It's the same shit. It ain't nothing different.
Fact.
It ain't nothing. Niggas don't even. If you Google 80s and 90s weird, that's why motherfuckers say, yo, dude, like you stay switching up. Nigga, this the same shit I was wearing when I left the street in
88. Facts.
Google 80s and 90s urban wear. The same shit niggas is wearing today is the same shit. It just might be a different name, but it's the same style.
Yes. Facts.
It's the same. We call jeans and slim fit. We call them shits what? Straight legs.
Straight legs. Sergio Valente.
Acid wash, the same ripped up jeans. We was doing the same thing, man. Graffiti on the clothes. Remember, we was wearing graffiti on our clothes in 83, 84, 86, 87.
Wow. See, that's real. I want to ask you a question. Hip hop. When the hip hop first hit Brooklyn, what was the first hip hop party you can say you went to?
Well, the first party that I went to in Brooklyn was a block party, nigga. What you talking about?
Oh, it's a block party, no doubt.
Yeah, the block parties, nigga. That was the first. I think that's like the first party for everybody because, like, before nigga was coming outside like that, before when Mama Do had the motherfucking G.I. Joe grip on the nigga couldn't go to no parties.
Didn't go nowhere. Facts.
Yeah, nigga couldn't go nowhere. Nigga go get his ass whooped. Nigga, what you talking about, you know what I mean? But like the first time I experienced hip hop, like, you know, where it made an impact was block parties, man.
Yes.
When niggas used to come out and put this motherfucking stereo system, plug it to the light pole on the corner of the block or the middle of the block, and just jam. And like niggas come from all over, you know, that live in the neighborhood coming, you know, and just have a good time and shit. So that's like the first impact of hip hop to me. You know, that's when I really felt it. Then, when I got like 15, 16 years old, started breaking loose from Mama Do and all that.
Yeah.
Going outside, running the street, going back and forth to group homes and DFY and all that shit like that. Nigga was out all that day. You know what I mean?
Yo, and that's why I like, because you know, when I speak to you, it reminds me of what was the you went to jail at 88, but up until that time is when my generation was trying to figure it out. And it's weird because it's like they don't know that New York, like you said, it was a dangerous place, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, New York City was like what Chicago is today.
Yes.
That's how New York was back there. Like I said, niggas ain't got to take my word for it, man. Just Google it and see the gun violence rate, the murder rate in New York at that time. We talking about the height of the crack era, man. 85, 86, 88, 92.
Yeah.
Like New York was crazy then, man. Remember they created the laws changed. That's when the Clintons and them made the crime bill law called men on Hillary Clinton and them called us super predators and shit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So they was remember the jails swelled in New York State at that time.
Yes, yeah.
The population blew astronomical heights at that time. They started building jails all over the fucking all up in the mountains.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because remember, TNT was using sea to make raids and shit from your hood.
Yeah, so
remember, they was in West Harlem and Washington Heights filling up city buses with all the drug crack spots they was running down and throwing everybody in motherfucking jail back then, man. So it was crazy. It was crazier then than it is now, if you ask me.
Yeah.
There's plenty of spots in New York City that's safe. Like, I go to certain parts of Brooklyn and certain parts of Harlem that is at 2, 3 in the morning. I see white people jogging down Lennox. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. You got both sides.
Did that back in the day.
Facts.
I go to Fort Greene, I'm in Bed-Stuy, I'm in Clinton Hills, I'm in certain parts of Brooklyn that been gentrified and shit. I see people with poodles and shit walking around 1, 2 in the morning. They ain't never did no shit like that back then.
Facts.
So shit done changed. It's not as bad as it was back then. And that's the thing that I be tripping because I was like, yo, people got to do more homework. You know what I mean? Because they just want to just wild out on these young kids and shit, not knowing they doing less than what we did back then, and they doing better. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like me and one of my homies that I ran into him today, right? He was like, yo, this generation, these kids today, right? Them niggas in one swipe more money than a nigga got in his whole crack selling career.
That's a fact. That's a fact. They not freestyling. They wearing weird foreign names. It's the truth, boy. Don't they swipe?
And these little niggas is doing that. This is what I gotta give this generation props. I ain't one of them old heads that's just quick to wild out on the young boys. Like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit is corny. That shit is whack to me. You think what I'm saying? But when you look at a lot of these young dudes and shit, no matter how they getting their money, a lot of these niggas are starting fucking clothing labels, record labels. Like, they invested their money way better than we did back then, bro.
Yeah, facts. That's a fact.
When we was getting money back then, we wasn't thinking about starting a clothing label or label. We just wanted to go buy big jewelry and shit, spend all that paper in one shot. These little niggas is they buying stuff. But at the same time, they investing their money, flipping their paper in some legal shit.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mama got a clothing brand. They either coming out with some type of merch, some type of product, and they getting all the paper because social media. I see my Instagram. I see so many advertisements from mad people selling crazy shit all over the fucking place, and they be young people. Mm-hmm. You see a lot of these motherfucking gangbangers and shit. A lot of these niggas is investing they little hustle paper and shit. The money that they get, they invest in that shit into the music industry.
Yeah.
Whether they do episodes or whether they doing music, I got to give them way more props because like I said, they taking their money, no matter how they get it, and they invest in that shit where they can stop doing it and they can go ahead and do something better. You know what I mean? They using a lot of their money just for seed money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But niggas don't talk about that. Niggas ain't watching, ain't looking. Because I got a lot of young dudes and shit from this generation. I got a whole busload of nieces and nephews that was born while in prison. Yeah. And they young. And they doing way better than my generation did at their age.
That's a fact. And that's real.
Starting businesses and all that shit legitimately.
Yeah.
Legitimately. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, hold up, man. A lot of niggas from our generation, we got to be a little bit more conscious of how we try to critique these young people, bro. Yeah. I ain't with that.
Yeah, that's real, man. And
I'm not gonna be one of them sourpuss old heads.
Nigga, they got no respect.
When I was in prison, all the classes that I taught, all the code classes that I taught, when I came with any jailer, anybody that was up north with me, they'll tell you what I did with ACO, all the African cultural classes, the Rasta classes. When I go in there and the dudes, the old heads that's in those classes, and when we go to the call out at night, I see a bunch of old niggas in there. I'm like, yo, where the young niggas at? Because these old niggas already know the history. They in there drinking coffee, doing the whole fucking call out, and sitting in the classroom hating on the youth. So what I do, I debo whoever running the class, I debo that shit from him, run his ass out, run all these old niggas. And go, me and my man Scabby used to go in the yard, and anybody up north, niggas that was up north, man, they could call you and tell you, yo, when doing Scabby coming to jail and they take over the ACO, any of the black organization classes, all we do is fill that shit up with a bunch of young niggas, man.
That's deep, man. That's deep,
we
man.
Get all them old sour niggas, get them the fuck out of here. They don't get on no call outs. All that's dead.
Yeah.
We go to the yard and we recruit all the young niggas, and we get the young niggas that's influencing niggas from their generation. And when we get them in the class, we get them all pumped up, all hype. They go to the yard to go to do with them class. They go get them niggas giving it up real up there, bro.
Real,
and you gonna learn some shit fucking with us.
Yo, and that's enough. And that's funny.
There's mad niggas out here stay in my DM telling me, yo, I was up north with you, big bro. I remember you told me this. I'm inspired by that, because I got a way how I'm gonna give it to a nigga. Yeah. Without him feel like somebody preaching him to him or critiquing him. Because I was young too, young, wild nigga. I'm still with the shit. I'm still with the shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Gym every motherfucking day so I can be prepared when the shit pop. I'm popping too, nigga.
Yo, you know what's funny, man? It's the first time I heard about you was when I was up north, and it was like you was heavy into the coaches, and it was like a lot of individuals was like, yo, they learn culture from you, and that's deep because my generation, we were sort of lost as in we're using the street about our own culture because we didn't know, dumb and blind. So meeting individuals like you that was able to teach us how to like thrive, I definitely salute you for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's another salute right there, bro. You wasn't because you trying to build us. Because what you was doing is what Puff is trying to do now. Let's wake up, let's get together, and let's create, let's learn from history, and let's go. Because
it's necessary. Like, look, the way I teach history is dope. And I'm not just saying that because I'm just saying that to big myself up. Anybody that been in my classes, I make the shit fun. I can take certain elements of history. Like, I can read all that technical shit. I can read the encyclopedias, and then I can digest that. But the way I'm going to use that gonna be boring the way I read it. I'm going to spit this shit with the way we chop it up. You know what I mean? I'm going to spit it up the way we talk. So, I mean, I'll take a history book and break that shit down so dope when it sound like a hood novel. Like I read a dope ass hood novel. The way I give it to the youth, that's how you got to catch their attention. You know what I mean? You got to hear this shit. So it's the way you got to give it to them. They like that. They like to talk that talk. They like when a nigga talk that slick shit. So the slick shit that I'm saying to you is historical. So when I give you the handout, I'll make a copy of a chapter. Like if you come to class tonight and we going through a chapter, I'm gonna explain it the way I want to explain it. But when I give you the chapter to go back to your cell to read, niggas read that whole shit. They say, oh, cause now you're reading it with some familiarity. Because I just broke it down to you in class in a language that you want to fully grasp, fully understand. So now when you pick up the literature that I handed out and read about the subject that we were just talking about in the classroom, you're interested because it don't feel strange. It feels familiar. So now you're going to be able to, you're going to started wanting to read shit. Wow. So I'm trying to say, they're starting to want to read shit because now they got a better understanding. And then they have just, take bits and pieces of how I break it down, and they'll break it down to their little homies to them in the yard to recruit them to coming up to the class. Yeah. So I'm trying to say to recruit them. And so when they come to class, it just was a dope energy. And I'm still like that. You know what I mean? Because that's the way my mom gave it to me.
Wow. Hold on. Somebody named Mudfoot said, I miss class with Dude. Boy, I never walked away empty. I mean, whatever class you had that he was in with you, Mudfoot, he walked out with something special, bro. You know what I mean?
Mudfoot hit me up the other day and you know, and saluted me and told me that he was in a couple of spots with me. Time he landed in the spot, he was one of the students in my class.
Wow.
That's what I'm trying to say. But he's just one of the many. It's thousands of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's thousands, and it's so many. I can't remember everybody that came through these classrooms. You know what I mean? Through these cultural classes and shit. Because I taught not only black, I taught European. I even taught the crackers in them why they crackers.
That's real. That's
real. You know what I mean? I even taught they shit. I taught the rosters. I taught the Latin Unidos. You gonna have mad Hispanics and Latin brothers tag you in too and say, taught our shit too.
That's real.
I taught everybody's shit. You know what I'm saying? For decades. You know what I mean? So that's how I was getting to know a lot of the leadership from other gangs too, like Kings, Tridadio.
Yeah.
Because I'm teaching them. I'm teaching the Latin Unidos classes too. So a lot of their leadership, you know, they come into jail. They run the organization.
Yes.
So I'm getting to meet. I'm meeting them, and we building a relationship, and we able to keep some sort of peace in the jail.
Yeah.
Now we let niggas get it popping. It was just a kumbaya moment.
You know what I'm saying?
And we was living in a fucking utopia.
No.
It wasn't Nevada.
Hell yeah, it wasn't Nevada.
You know what I mean? Because some shit that we had to let pop. You know what I mean? Some niggas, but niggas blow this nigga whole face off, and he landed in jail with him. I ain't gonna tell that nigga, yo, don't kumbaya. Go get that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Blow his shit back.
Yeah.
Shit, you gotta let it pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you keep it to just between them, where we all ain't gotta get it crazy in here.
Yes.
So, mano y mano, man to man, nigga.
Hell yeah. Cause you know what's so funny, man? Because that villain nation, that Stone thing was definitely a more cultural situation, bro. Because I even thought every person I met that was up top that was Stone knew culture, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had it.
Because when guns went to the feds, you know, it was every jail I went to, I was in population.
Yes.
When I wasn't in the box or when I wasn't in admin say. And
yes.
then when I get to that jail, you know, I was putting rocks in the whole jail pocket.
Facts.
Yeah, literally. I'm not capping. This ain't no cap.
Yeah.
I ain't Captain America, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will tell you I come to the jail. There don't be no rocks in the jail. When I come to the jail, within 2 weeks, 3/4 of the jail is stolen. And when choose administration to see what I did, they said, okay, admin say this nigga, get him the fuck out. They woke up one morning, everybody in the jail, I stole love, Min Mur. Get that nigga the fuck out.
Get him off there.
Overnight, and the whole fucking jail is fucking stolen. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was doing that shit all over the place. You know what I'm saying? All over the place, everywhere.
Educating them. You just wasn't teaching gang culture.
That's the thing. That's why a lot of niggas was getting with the wave, because it just wasn't some Debo shit.
Yeah.
It was that niggas say, okay, you know what? We fuck with this nigga, and we fuck with we take what he's offering us. Niggas gonna live.
Yes.
Niggas is eating well. Everybody got to, because I never was a selfish leader.
Yes.
Whatever I had in my cell, if I had food and TV in the cell, best believe I'm gonna make a way where all of us niggas that got rocked up gonna have food and TV in it. Cell.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, I come up with some shit. We gonna do something.
we gonna
squeeze the juice out somebody. So we all
yo, and it's not glorified. It's crazy because you've been around since the very beginning. Like you was around the beginning, and to take it from you kept it on the actual cause. Like that's many people that from your generation kept it to the police, the politics, the revolution. Things might get crazy in the yard, but let's not lose focus of what's going on. Know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, let's not lose focus of who the true op is.
Yes.
You follow what I'm trying to say? Because we not really the op. Like a lot of times when we be going at it with each other and shit, it be a lot of us falling into traps and pitfalls. You know, black on black. That shit is like designed. Like there was actual crackers that sat down at a table and created conditions for us to flip on each other. Yeah. They put the bare minimum, but they put the scarce where it's not enough for all of us, so we all fighting over the scraps. Yeah. That's from the street to the penitentiary. It's the same shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? But for the most part, we got to remember who the true op is. Yes. Who's really rooting for our total demise and our downfall as an entire race of people. And the entire group of people. I grew up my mom's and it was Panther. Like, I could never forget that. You know what I mean? I was raised reading and just, you know, being proud to be black, motherfucker, period. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just being proud to be black. So, you know, that's the reason why I picked up the flag. Yeah. You know what I mean? I picked it up because it was some black shit. You know what I mean? And anything that looked like me, move like me, act like me, I'm familiar with, yeah, I can get with that. I'm riding with that. And I'm putting the pedal to the metal on that shit. No brakes. Yeah, no brakes. This shit is a fixed bike, nigga. You can't stop it. This shit is going. And we're going to keep it moving like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I give salutes to all the niggas that was on the front line back then. Yeah, got you. Facts, you know what I'm saying? And they know who they are. I ain't got to say no names, but all the niggas that was on the front line back then, I give them salutes to them. They might be bumping into shit right now, but niggas gonna figure it out and get it right, though. Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna figure it out. You know, the motherfuckers know what they doing wrong and what they doing right. That shit is innate. You instantaneously know what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Facts. So it ain't no use to pointing out who did what and who did this wrong and do that wrong. Niggas will figure it out. They have to. They have to, facts. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers watching and listening, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of niggas watching and listening. I'm not gonna be engaged in all of it. Yeah, facts. I ain't got time for that. I came out. What's left of my life, and them crackers got a whole lot of years out of me, man. What's left of my life, I'm going to enjoy that shit to the fullest. Hell yeah. You follow what I'm trying to say? Every day. So I ain't got time for the fuckery. I ain't got time for the backbiting. I ain't got time for the idiot shit. I never was with that shit. Never, ever, ever. Yeah. I was with that shit. I wasn't with all that politics shit in or outside the penitentiary. That ain't my thing. Yes. You know what I mean? My shit is what I'm doing now, and what I did then, I'm doing now. This ain't no back in the day shit. This is some still right now shit. Shit, know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is still right now shit, because the problem is still here. That's a fact. You can't switch it up. Switch up. Yeah, you're right. That's a fact. Yeah, bro. Shit ain't switch up, nigga. So why you gonna? If you switch up when shit's still the same as it was, it might look a little bit different, but it's still the same shit. Switching up, you the one gonna get off. Yeah. Because you're gonna be ignoring what's real. You ain't gonna be able to discern the truth from the bullshit. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Niggas been capping since the beginning of time. Niggas ain't gonna stop. The cat game. Yo, there's a nigga downstairs telling you a Rich Porter story. Yo, there's somebody now telling you a Rich Porter story from '87. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Yo, I would tell you it's weird, right? The first time I went to Rikers Island, I was scared to death. But one thing I can say, the first books they gave me that I read was like Iceberg Slim, Donald Goins. But some Brooklyn cats came to me. And they gave me the book of Allah. They said, yo, read this. You know what I'm saying? Get some righteousness. Understand some righteousness. And I remember I was reading that, man. It showed that, like you said, no matter how much gold time they was in the street, they was on some, yo, listen, man, it's us against the authorities in here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, the phone games is the phone games. But all in all, the administration was a little crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Right. And there's a lot of good brothers that caught brand new ones fighting against the administration. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it was a whole lot of niggas caught new ones. We all was in Bronx court, squeezed up in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
New cases.
You
know what I'm saying? Yeah. From new charges and shit. All kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Cutting, shooting these rickets and popping on the pigs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We was cutting and beating the shit out of them too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Punching helmets off them niggas, all type of shit.
You know what's funny you said that? Because when I was in 5 Points in 08, I remember Wayno was there. And people would say how Wayno had caught a brand new one. And he had got like a handful of time. And it's just like, that's another brother that caught one for the cause. All that was for the cause. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a lot of. There's too many to name, you know what I mean? It was a lot of homies and shit that caught bad new ones. Like Tank had that nigga had a bullshit drug sale and he could have Vegas Island, but that nigga caught so many fucking new charges. All the years he did up all the charges that he caught when he was on the island and banging. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He got all that fucking time. Him and another homie named E Scar. Wow. Scar, he had a bullshit drug sale that he could have got time. That he did actually serve for the time he did on Rikers Island, but he came up north for like 20 years for jail cases. Damn. Well, he was adolescent in the 4 building, then he turned adult, came in the pound with us and shit. But he scars, that motherfucker got wild over 20 years, all for jail cases, bro. He had a bullshit drug sale. He sold a couple fucking crack, and he had time served, and they gave him time served, but he had all those fucking cases for all those slashes that he had on the island. And he did over 20 years. Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of niggas. It's just too many for me to just pull it out. But it's just too many niggas for me to remember. Brothers, and and give them they just do. But yeah, that's the way that shit was doing then, and it's still like that now too. You know, niggas that still sacrificing their freedom and their lives for this shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Niggas should be more. Motherfuckers need to be more appreciative and really go with this shit. You know how this shit was built. Yeah. And the homies that's making new history right now and the work and the pain that they put in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because a lot of niggas don't take it serious, but a lot do too. Yeah. A lot do too. That's a fact. That shit like split down the middle. The niggas who take it serious and who don't take it serious. And you'll be able to it's easy to discern the two. Yeah. It's a fact. It's easy to discern the two. You could look and see who's taking it serious, who ain't taking it serious. Like you can tell who just with it because it's the new wave, or who's with it because they believe in it. That's a fact. You're gonna easily be able to discern the two. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story because that's a subject matter that I really don't like touching. Because the feds ain't gonna just be creeping up on me like that. Yeah. Tell us this. But you know what? Niggas make too many mistakes. And you know, and it's funny because I remember right in the 90s, like what was going on in the penitentiary. Because when you're on the street, you don't really know what's going on. So when you read this Hamlet stories, but when you start reading stuff from the Daily News, when you look at Lisa Evans and she got one calling, and you're reading about situations that's going on right now, it's like, wow, the feds is really running down. The feds is running up on Rikers Island trying to figure the situation out in the streets. 95, 96, especially when they opened up the pound, they had all of us on Fed watch. Every big name was on type of LU. All of us was on fucking Fed watch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas still on Fed watch. Yeah. Nah, because once you get on that shit, don't slide off. They keep it there. Slide on you on that shit for life. It's just like the X's and the stones in the temples in Egypt. That shit, X and stone was the picture. You always gonna be on that list. You know what I mean? They just don't slide you off that shit because you've been chilling. You know what I mean? They waiting to see what a motherfucker gonna do. what he got to say, who we moving with. You know what I mean? That's why you ain't gonna see me on nobody app, nigga. I ain't on no motherfucking app. I'm all over the city, but I ain't on ain't no corners. Nigga.
No corners. You don't carry to this block.
I don't know what everybody doing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what these niggas into, and I don't want to know what they into. That's none of my fucking business. You know
what's funny? You know what's funny, man? My man, he did 10 years in the feds. He come home. I don't know where his head was at, but he wanted to be when he was home. He's going on certain corners, he's touching fingertips, and he's spitting that spit. One of the corners he touched was being watched by the feds.
Yeah.
When the player, they jammed him with oh, you're the leader of the gang. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah. They gonna cook the books on his ass, nigga. Yeah, they gonna cook the books on his ass because he don't know it's hot. He's all on the block, trying to get up in the mix, trying to get a slice of the pop on the block. He goes right into the motherfucking fire.
So I said, damn, son.
All over the place, son. You don't know what block is hot.
You don't know. Exactly.
Doing what they doing, you walk right into the shit because you're trying to get a piece of the pie, nigga. Sit your ass down, man.
Sit your ass down, man.
Find a whole different lane to get in. It ain't worked for you in the first time. You figured this shit out since the 80s. Don't think you just walked out of the penitentiary and figured out how to do the shit niggas is doing it now. Get the fuck out the way, niggas. Like, go find something totally different to do.
Exactly. In the words of Crown Court TV, find some legal shit to do, some of you niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I never was a drug dealer. I was always a Brownsville, East New York. And by the way, I'm from Brownsville and East New York, nigga. I ain't from all the East. I'm from both sides.
Across the bridge. Up,
nigga,
man.
I lived on both sides of the track.
Oh, no.
Hard body, okay? But I always been a stick-up kid. That's all I ever did. I can't do that. You think I was come home and say, yo, okay, let me go home. I'm going to start robbing people. Cameras everywhere. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Yo.
I had to find a whole different...
You had to, bro. Bro, the game is...
I can't be... Plus, the type of shit that I want to do with what's left of my life, a nigga ain't got enough money in his pocket or enough money, his chain ain't going to be worth enough. If that shit ain't no million plus, I don't want it.
Exactly. I'm not even taking this shit. You know what it's funny? I'm like, yo.
A couple of thousands, I got that.
Got that.
Suck on that. Get out of here.
That
That shit ain't worth me taking from you, nigga. Fuck out of here. You ain't got enough clothes. You ain't got enough paper. If you ain't walking around with a safe in your pocket,
I'm not wasting it.
I'm with you. I'm gonna leave you. I'm not nice. You can't do those things. You can't run down on a nigga like I was running down on niggas back in the days.
Yo.
Nigga had to find a whole new...
Facts. Think about this.
Find a whole new way to eat, a whole new way to, I don't even want a slice of that pie. I'm gonna go bake my own pie over here in the corner and shit.
Hell yeah, it was crazy.
You gotta find a whole new hustle, man. That's why my new hustle now is writing and telling stories, film and television.
Yes. Talking about that, I seen you with my man. It's funny how the world is small. You had to do a cookout, and my man, a guy named Illa G was there. My man Greg. He from Sumner. And I knew Greg from when Greg was on design because he used to hang out on my block with my man Sonny and my man Raw Clip.
Yeah, but that's my cousin.
See? Small world. Sonny, that's the Puerto Rican kid?
His pops is deceased, but my uncle.
See? Small world, bro.
That's why you see him. Yo, so you seen him in the pictures from the cookout?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can't because he's rapping before the Mobb Deep days, but this one they all design. I said it was crazy. He's shooting a video for my man, Sonny and John. The video he's shooting, the brothers, that's how small the world is, bro. I said, yo, he know Illa. You know what I'm saying? And I remember him from the D-Sep days. Like, we was young boys. They went on design, and they was recruiting us to slap and Dick Pockets here. There's a lot of Brooklyn shit was going on in Manhattan.
You know what I'm saying? This is my word, right? whole Brooklyn squad rolling when you say, yo, the niggas in Brooklyn, like, you say it's beyond me how they close down the rooftop. You know, a 3-hour ride on the train. Shit and ride the train like the Warriors. You know,
because y'all be, I'm telling you.
You be wilding on this nigga.
You know,
that's why I had to bang out on you.
Banged out. Down. You hit me up like we was like us on the A train to Manhattan trying to get to Clinton Hills. I'm just trying to get to Clinton Hills, brother. You ain't gotta take my train pass. You ain't gotta hit me any time that the baby asks. It's okay. I understand. I'm gonna tell you something about Brooklyn niggas, man. Brooklyn niggas is like you in a party having a good time and they start shooting out Queens in the house. Yeah, Queens, yeah, shout out to Queen. Brooklyn in the house. Shit go now. I ain't gonna front though. But Brooklyn niggas are the most humblest and coolest niggas. If you befriend a Brooklyn nigga, you good money. You know what I'm saying? They'll give you a pass. But you know what I'm saying? And that's a different era you grew up in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It was always before what we see today with the gang culture. It was borough culture.
Oh yeah, borough culture. Definitely the penitentiary.
You know, and even though niggas was like, you know, you have Bronx, you have Manhattan, Queens, you have Brooklyn, you have all the boroughs, especially in the penitentiary, in the street, niggas fought each other all the time.
Yeah.
But in the pen, niggas had the boroughs clicked up. Like you got the Brooklyn court, you got the Bronx court, you got the Queens niggas over here. Especially when you go to them courts like Combs, Elmira, Attica. Remember, them niggas, they still do that to this very day. The borough niggas still got their courts and shit.
Wow, that's deep,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
That's so deep.
Yeah, that shit, it still exists today. It just was bigger back then.
Now, you know what's interesting? Being a Brooklyn cat, I remember my cousin used to live in he used to live in he used to live in Linden Price.
Okay, I know this. Yeah.
And he used to tell me about these guys that because he said he had family in Kingsville area, the Kingsville area. You always should talk about like Quarterfield and all of them. They said that how was that area back in the days? Like the head. Like Ocean Hill, Brownsville.
Oh yeah, that's my neighborhood.
He's talking about Quarterfield and Dundee and them. They said
Ocean Hill's up on the hill. That's what Feynman on. That's Prospect. That's what Feynman them from. Huh? They from Ocean Hill. They from the top of the hill and shit. But that shit always was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was always crazy. That shit has the history of that area. That territory, East New York, Ocean Hill, Brownsville,
yeah,
all those all those areas are legendary with the history that they have.
Yeah,
it speaks for itself. What a nigga heard about those hoods, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. A couple of people used to talk about that block, Bergen, Saratoga, Dean, and all that, but they talk about that before D Nice, like Dundee, rest in peace, and Quarterfield. They was like, yo, it's crazy. Like the Brooklyn stories is crazy because I never met Brooklyn niggas that got money out of Brooklyn until I started meeting Brooklyn niggas. Like you meet a lot of Brooklyn niggas out of town. They'll take the whole
Yeah. Because that's how
zip code.
When I was in DC, when I was in B-Mall, Philly, all that shit we was going out of town. Niggas was going out of town hustling, doing, you know what I mean, and doing they 1-2s and shit. Then when they need some shit pushed around, they come and get niggas like my man's in them.
Yo, I was in DC when DC was DC. You know what I'm saying? Was it really like?
I went to DC with a bunch of niggas from Rutland Road, from Rutland Plaza, from the '90s.
Wow.
Niggas that lived in the '90s in Rutland Road. I went out there because I lived on the borderline between Brownsville and East Flatbush. Even though I used to fight them niggas all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? But when we was younger in junior high and all that, but when niggas started getting money and shit, you know, them niggas came on the other side of the track and, you know, that money was they was talking and that shit was looking good. So we had our little childhood, you know, beefs all up in Rutland Road and 398 and Wingate and all that shit, 391. I went to all those schools. I was in Brownsville. I was going to Fat Bush fighting every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? So, but when we got older and niggas started getting money, yeah, we started going out of town with each other and shit. And getting money and shit was happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was an era, man. DC, both the DMV area. And you're talking about the 80s. I'm talking about the 90s. We're talking about when it was a trillion dollars.
I'm talking about the 80s, the height of the crack era.
Yeah. Whew.
I'm talking about 84, 85, 86, all the way up to like 88, 80. Well, to me, all I can speak up to 88 because that's when I went up top.
Yeah, that was a good view. It was $1 trillion in the shit. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, it was the whole, believe me, it was a whole lot of fucking money. Nigga was doing all type. We was living a life of rock stars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas was getting paper, taking plenty of paper. Yeah. Driving all type of foreigns, fucking all type of bitches. Niggas are doing. That's why I say shit ain't changing. Niggas, the shit niggas doing today with the foreign and the bitches and the whips and the chips and all that shit. We ain't do that. Everybody, that shit ain't never going on. My daddy did that. What you talking about, nigga?
Yeah.
That shit been around. That shit been around since motherfucking Bumpy Johnson, nigga.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yo.
That shit ain't switched up. Niggas the same shit.
That's real because you know what? They need to hear somebody speak about something. Look, you're having a historical conversation and it's great because it's people are looking at something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right. That even though you did it, you have a lot to your story, bro. And I bet you when people ask, it's just crazy. Like, bro, anything that's part of New York City history, you actually was in the stories. 86, 87. Like you can remember being on the island with Supreme Team. You know what I'm saying? And,
I know all them niggas. I know them niggas that from jail.
You know what I'm saying? You was
I know, but I know Preem and all them niggas that from jail. Like, we was in jail together, but I know them niggas from Queens. Like, I was running through their P's and all that.
Oh yeah, because Queens is right there.
I just told you I'm a fucking Brooklyn stick-up kid, nigga. We go everywhere.
Yeah, you ain't never. I tell you, you got to. I don't know how you got to.
We be going on missions and journeys. We be all over the fucking city. What you talking about? Niggas be chasing Rolexes and cars. What the fuck you talking about?
Brooklyn, baby.
We might be on the deuce to see a presidential. We'll follow that shit on the 7 train all the way to his front door, nigga. What are you talking about?
Yo.
20 grand, nigga. We gonna go get that.
You're gonna get that. Never.
We used to be sitting right on the train with the presidential watching the nigga. And when he get over at his stop, we get over at his stop too. What we doing back then?
Yo, it was crazy.
Train robbery. You heard what Bus said? Niggas was train robberies, robbing chains, running along.
Yeah, just running along crazy. I'm telling you. I used to work for some youth. Atlantic Avenue was the border. I just said, I can't go past Atlantic. I'd be like this on the train. I cannot pass Atlantic. Anything past Atlantic is the danger zone. Because
you know you had it with me. When we had the dance battle. You know it was a bunch of West Harlem niggas voting. Right?
Hell yeah. People what I mean.
Niggas from Lennox, 19th Street. Shout out to niggas on 19th Street, 18th Street, Lennox Ave. Them niggas is riding with me.
Shout out to Harlem.
You the only 3 black people that live in the El Barrio. That ain't no fucking Harlem.
Man, East Side, man. Shout out to the East, man. They'll give us our just due, man.
Yeah, this nigga's crazy. My son Donnie Boyd, all them from 112. You know what I mean? Yeah. My son E. Marvin, J. Ball, all them niggas from 19th Street, Remo. There's a bunch of niggas from 19th Street that was riding with me and shit like that.
Yeah.
But listen, I had a great time. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Dope. It's for the culture. I enjoyed the conversation that we had tonight. I told y'all I was only able to get just right now. You don't get. When you called me, I said, "Yo, 15, 20 minutes."
Yeah.
You done ate all that up, nigga.
You was great, man. Definitely. Anytime we can do this for the culture, man. Don't come up. I'm gonna have to get my little dance step on, but I got some Spanish shit for you. I gotta come at you from another angle now. You know what?
Listen,
I'm gonna come out with the heck of the vote.
You know how to reach me, man. Anytime I can help, you know what I'm saying?
Get a message out there, bro.
Within the line of reason, of positive shit.
Yes.
To move the people forward. You know what I'm saying? To inspire people to look at things for what they are, not what they appear to be.
Yeah.
Anytime you need to come in and shit like that, you know how to holler. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Yo, somebody want to ask a question. Do you know OGMandu?
Yeah, I know Nuke. I'm not gonna know Nuke.
Yeah.
I got Nuke on my line, nigga, on my fucking phone. What you talking about?
Yeah. Hold on. Hell yeah. That's real talk, man. That's love, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? That's real, man. And I think that's a lot of times everybody ain't beef with each other. You know? It's a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think it's a lot of misunderstandings that's just being taken a little too far. You know what I'm saying? And I think because we have those conversations, that's what leads to the misunderstandings. We just had a great conversation without throwing dirt on nobody's name, without saying, yo, such and such told over here and he got slapped. Dope.
Engaged in those type of
yeah, you know, engage in those conversations.
That ain't my thing.
Yeah.
It's too many other people talking about that. Let somebody else do the fuckery. I ain't got
I'm saying, hell yeah.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that because niggas start getting crazy. I'm gonna get crazy too, nigga. I ain't with that shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like I say, that shit ain't a good look.
Yes, definitely.
You know what I mean? I ain't got the patience for the gate banging bullshit.
Yeah.
I ain't got the patience for that shit. That nigga gonna fuck around, I'm lose my fucking nigga. I ain't playing with these. I ain't playing that.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that shit. We outside, nigga. Fuck all that bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, you know, that ain't my lane. That ain't my thing. I'm not entertained by it. I can't even watch it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, like, oh,
I don't pay no mind to that shit. As soon as I see that shit, I keep moving.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to hear that shit. I heard enough of that shit when we was in Southport, niggas was gate banging, flipping on each other.
Yeah. I feel it.
I seen too many motherfuckers, homies a day, and then they start gate. That's that Southport shit, nigga.
Yeah.
We outside, we in the box.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I ain't with that, man. That shit is corny. That shit is whack. That shit was corny when we was doing it in the box. It's super corny out here. That's just not a good look at all.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And Mandu name ain't gonna be mixed up in anything.
Yo, man, you know what I'm saying? It's a dirty game, man. And
I'm doing other things.
Yeah, tell people what you're doing though. Let the people know before, because I know you said 20. Let people know what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, I'm doing things where I'm trying to feed the whole fucking hood.
Yeah.
I told you I'm doing film and television very soon, and it's a New York story. I write shit like The Wire, shit like The Shy, but a New York version of it.
Yes.
I'm saying New York story. So, and like I told you before, when I did the first joint, you the only one I ever did a fucking interview with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Niggas, they get me do interviews with them and shit, but I know you.
Yeah.
Like, I know you personally.
Yeah.
I don't know these niggas. It ain't a bump in the head towards nobody, but, nigga, I only feel comfortable with niggas I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say, because I know you ain't going to put no... It's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be like I said it.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, yo, son, Mandu said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and ask you some good...
Then we going to have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Problem. I ain't got time for stupid shit where nigga freedom is at risk.
Yeah, we don't play with nobody's freedom, man. Shit is real, man.
I did 30 plus, nigga. I got no time for nobody but myself and family.
Family. Chilling and shit.
The rest of the time that I got on this earth is for me and my fam. That's it.
That's a fact.
No more time out of me. I'm done with that. You know what I mean? I grew up in the penitentiary. That's why I used to tell a lot of young niggas in the penitentiary, I said, yo, y'all look at the gray hair and shit. Nigga work out, nigga in shape and shit, but nigga see the gray hair. Nigga, I ain't walking here like this, nigga.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude.
When I walked in the nigga, you see all these old niggas in the penitentiary, they ain't coming here old, nigga. We came in here looking like you.
Yeah, we just been stuck here a little long.
young, nigga leaving out of there old. So you better be mindful and listen to these old niggas, some of them, not all of them, because some of these motherfuckers are stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
but you better listen to the ones that worth listening to, and they'll tell you, yo, listen, son, the same shit you doing, blood, I did those same things. And this is where I ended up at. That road only got one path to go to the real. Ain't like you can jump over the real and do some different shit and not end up with the same results how I landed. There's only one way. That shit is narrow, nigga. That shit is gonna lead you straight to the pen.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, niggas that all the old heads coming out of prison and shit, niggas looking at them all cockeyed and all that. Them niggas ain't going there old, bro.
Yeah.
Them they're young boys that came out old heads.
Facts.
That's the best to be learned, nigga. Pay attention.
Hell yeah.
Pay attention, nigga. You might learn a thing or two. You know what I mean? You want that shit to happen to you.
Yo, my man Rashid, he got 45 to life. He been in jail since long too.
I still got comrades in that. Remember, nigga, I went up north for 271, nigga, and got blessed to give it back. Almost ain't make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got 32 out of that, nigga. Almost ain't make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I didn't know how to fucking read and write and do to get on my legal, my Johnny Cochran shit, nigga wouldn't made it. But I got mad niggas in there that's caught up. Still fighting their shit. Still fighting their cases. Later, them niggas still fighting the case and they ain't gaining no ground.
Yeah.
Some of them niggas in the law library every day ain't gonna get no play. If they don't change the law, they ain't gonna get no fucking play. I feel for them niggas every day. That's why I live my life the way I live it. I'm living it for my comrades that I left behind. Because I love them niggas like my brothers. They know me better than my fucking flesh and blood brothers know me. Yeah. This man, I've been with my niggas in the twice as long as I've been with the brothers that I came into this world with. Twice as long. My fucking brothers that them had me for 10 years. Niggas in the pen had me for decades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel for my niggas in the pen, man. That shit choke a nigga up. That them niggas, I'm out here moving and grooving, doing my thing. That's why I keep in touch with them niggas, send them niggas all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it is, man. I know I ain't walk out and forget about my motherfucker. Them niggas is my brothers, man. And there's a whole lot of them that got the asshole full of time. For a nigga to get a million years in New York, it's a real thing. It's not a myth. It's not a fable. It's a real story, nigga. You know what I mean? ABG, they could give it, everybody could get a million years in New York.
Hell yeah. You up to dirty place, man.
Felony murders, yeah, nigga, that's life in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
That's life. With no pussy, no money, nothing but stress. A bunch of cuckoo clan motherfuckers up there, that's what you got. That's what you're looking for. You know what I mean? So if a nigga ain't thinking before he bust a Dougie, before he bust a move, yeah, at the end of the day, nigga, that's what's waiting for a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is nothing to laugh at. That shit ain't nothing. That's not a good look. It's not a good feeling. That shit is twist a nigga fuck up. That shit to have a nigga bumping into walls like he on deuce. That smoke shit.
Facts.
It hit hard, nigga. That shit hit different.
That's
Yo, I gotta go.
Yeah,
you gotta wait. I gave you all that. You been doing this shit.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. I definitely appreciate your time, man. W, love is love, man. I'm gonna hit you later, man. Appreciate you, bro. This is for the culture. Yo, one love, one.
Bro, I love you, man.
Bro, peace.
All right.
Yo, that's OGMandu, man. That was real, bro. A man who gave back like 200 years, man. And you know, a part of the culture, and just want to build, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, just being honest. He's being honest about his reality. He came from, bro. And that's real, you know what I'm saying? And that's definitely his real. That's definitely real, man. You know what I'm saying? That is definitely real. Word to mother, man. That's real. And this is how we got to keep the culture, you know what I'm saying? We have to keep the culture tight. Definitely shout out to Corey King, man. CK, man. We do this for the culture, man. Yo, no doubt, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let the brothers speak. Speak their story, man. You know what I'm saying? It's real, man. It's a whole lot of it's you know, you hear it from the guys. Like, yo, I grew up with these dudes. Like, I know them more than I know my family. Then you understand why they do certain things that they do and say the things that they say, because they don't really hate each other. It's like brothers fight. You know what I'm saying? Real brothers in the street fight. A lot of these dudes really grew up together. So things that we think is crazy, like, yo, how they beef and they cool tomorrow, is because you know what I'm saying? They grew up together, man. You know, the penitentiary is definitely a crazy place, man. And me and Mandu just had a dance off. Me, him, and Shaq. Shout out to Shaq, bro. Definitely, I appreciate that. Definitely, man. Dude, we here. It's gonna get, you know what I'm saying? We here because we coming with constructive content. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I don't find nothing crazy. We're just speaking reality. Reality is reality. It helps the people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is about. Us helping the people, man. Us getting our people to places where they need to go to. Definitely shout out to you know, I do this, you know what I'm saying? I really do this for the people, man. I do this for us, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to, you know what I'm saying? Hear from the people themselves. Like I said, me and Mandu just had a dance on. It was crazy. On IG, check them out. Big Mandu from the block. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. What's popping? Yo, you want to join? You want to hop in the chat? You know what I'm saying? I am on StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I am on StreamYard. Oh, get this. Yep. Okay. I'm trying to get this thing up here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's great for the culture, man. I think it's great for the people because we all kind of, you know what I'm saying? Oh, there it is. My man G'd up.
What's up, comrade?
What's poppin'? How you doing, brother?
Very good interview, man. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks. I have to get better, man. Wife is screaming at me, y'all screaming at me. Cause no, me, I just start talking over it. You know what I'm saying? And she said, you gotta let them speak, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, man. God bless you and Southern Belle, man. You know, blessings be upon you and your family.
Yeah. It's we doing this for the people. You know how we do, man. It
Yeah,
was great. Him and the brother speak. You know what I'm saying? Because
hell yeah.
it's knowledge, it's understanding, it's it's real, man. And
Yeah,
you hear the sincerity, then a lot of things begin to make sense after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely, man. I always enjoy his interviews. You know, he's energetic, and I feel like I'm back on the block in Brownsville or Bushwick, man.
yeah. He was a good
Absolutely.
dude, man. When you see him on IG, you see him so full of life, bro. It's like, hell, hold on one second, Gita. You see him so full of energy, you know, like his family, and he's just living life, bro. And he's happy, he's content.
Fuck
You know what
yeah.
I'm
After
saying?
doing 32, man, he deserves it. And he gave the state back all that time, man. You know, God bless him, man.
Yo, God bless him, man. And we need to hear. We need to hear like him speak, man. Because
That's a fact.
you see that at the point when he was speaking about the comrades that's still in the mountains, and you hear the sincerity in his voice. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes, sir.
listen to people that he grew up with. know what I'm saying? A lot of them he really grew up with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And a lot of niggas ain't left from that era no more, man. We lucky. We dinosaurs, man. You know what I'm saying? I especially like the part where he was saying, you got to let the youth do them, man. Don't be a grumpy
Yeah.
old man, a fucking old ass fart, mad at the world, man. Let them do them, support them, encourage them. And you'll find that we got a lot in common with them, man. You got to remember you was young at one time, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, you're
You know?
right. I think I'm seeing that. You know what? We have to take a new approach when we speak about the youth. I think when we speak about the youth, we just go to everything they doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they bugging out, boom, boom, boom. And we're
Yeah.
thinking about they are smart. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah. Young boys getting to that dollar, man. They getting that chicken. And I love it. I support it.
Yeah, that's a fact. You
I support it, man.
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yo, you hear me? That shootout. I used to live on that block, man, in that
Yo,
bodega. That's Knickerbocker and
yeah.
Hancock. Those my peoples that own that store.
That's the Cosmo Bays in the building, Harlem W's in the building. Um,
Yeah, shout to Cosmo Bay. That's a fact.
that was some
Yeah,
real,
nigga.
that was some real ish we seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
That's some
yeah, yeah.
real
Yeah, that's.
ish.
I lived there recently too, like maybe about 5 years ago. No more like about 8 years ago. But yeah, man. This is
Yeah,
still Brooklyn, man. It's still Brooklyn, man.
still Brooklyn, no matter how gentrified. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Even
Brooklyn, man.
even if it's gentrified, it's still New York City, man. That shit is in our DNA. That's in our blood. You know what I'm saying? So, but listen, stop the violence, man. Increase the peace. I don't want to see nobody hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to teach the young boys that they don't have to take it there all the time, man. You could talk most situations out. It don't
Yeah,
got to go there.
yeah, because I think a lot of times, man, they following they following a history that like
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah.
They following the
Nobody don't
history.
wasn't setting no good examples for them, man. They seen all this fucking violence and wild shit. What do you expect them to do? You know
That's
what
a
I'm
fact.
saying?
That's a
That's why we
fact.
got to step up and condemn that shit and say, yo, listen, man, you don't got to do that, man. The OGs, man, instead of worrying about chains and pussy all the time, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's a good
Yeah,
look. But take some time to talk to the youth and set an example, man. We gotta encourage them to be the next Jay-Z or the next fucking Obama or something positive, man. You
that's
know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? Everybody don't gotta be a fucking crack dealer running around with, like Yosemite Sam out here,
Yeah,
Word.
that's a fact, man. Like even the city of Albany used to be in turned into Gunsmoke City, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Upstate is
It's
nuts.
that crazy, and it's
State is
because
nuts.
just think about what you just said. We did it, maybe not as they did it, but we did it. Got
Mm-hmm.
passed down. Mass incarceration came.
Yeah.
Another culture hit the street, and then the violence. A lot of
Yeah.
animosities, a lot of dead homies. Okay, y'all killed my best friend when he was 16. I'm 22 now. You hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of bad blood, man. You know what
At
I'm
young
saying?
ages.
Yeah, and it evolved into what we got now. Niggas smoking they ops and crossing lines that you're not supposed to cross, man.
Yeah,
That's a dub. We supposed to let these young boys know that's a dub, man. There's nothing honorable about disrespecting the dead, man. I don't care
nope.
what side they on. You don't do that. That's a
That's a
dub, man.
that's a fact. There was never nothing cool with that. And hold on a second. Keep talking to the chat. Get up.
No
This
doubt,
is
no
real.
doubt,
Hold on.
no
Keep
doubt,
talking to
man.
the chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the
Hey,
east
yo,
side.
subscribe to the channel, man. G Dub Quinn, you
Oh yeah,
heard?
yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly.
Show me some love, man. Just like everybody else trying to make it, trying to not get locked up. Predicate felon, two state numbers. I'm just like y'all, man. From Brownsville, Bushwick, the Sky, all that. Shout to the whole New York, Uptown, Harlem, East Side, West Side, you heard? To the X, regular.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
Zeke is my brother. Part of his channel.
Yo, you know what's funny? Yo, shout out to Mark. I'm saying Debbie, shout out to Mark. East Side Mark from the East Side, man.
Facts.
I got the radio station. You got some music on Spotify. I can play it now. As long as it's on
Yeah,
Spotify.
support that, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? If you're subscribed to the app, you have to have Apple Premium or Spotify Premium to hear the music actually. But it's a work for show because I have access to over 4 million songs because it's Spotify. So if
Right.
I want to hear a certain playlist for a holiday, like yo Z, you put this playlist together for me, I could do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah, you
got you.
came a long way, Ziggycito. Proud of you, baby.
Yeah. Because I realized that I love the entertainment business, and I know that the culture of hip hop could bring the people together from the how I knew. Like yo, Gina, I had a dance battle with
Mm-hmm.
me, Shaq, and Mandu. Who
I gotta check that out. I gotta check that out, man.
check out Big Mandu from the block, his IG. It is dope.
Yeah,
It was a
I'm gonna
good
check it out. Who won?
oh that he tore me apart, but you hear me?
He
But
busted out the robot on you, the funky
yeah, he took
chicken.
me out to LOP and all that.
That's
And
what's
but
up,
that's
man.
why I
That's a good
smoked
look,
weed. It was
man.
good for the culture.
Yes, that's
It
love.
brought
Show
people to
these
have
young boys, man. You
conversations.
know,
It was just kicking it.
fucking
It wasn't respect. So hip hop brought us together the last time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man. Show these young boys that people from the ghetto can coexist with love, and don't gotta be all that extra fucking aggressive shit all the time, man. You hear me? That's beautiful. I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Big man do from the block on his IG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna support that brother.
because somebody said something to me like a week ago, right? And it was like, yo, we have to. You know what happened with our culture, Gita? We began to let people speak for our culture that's not from our culture, even though they might be our color. You know what I'm saying? Hear me? We
Hmm.
began because we wasn't in position to speak. So now you get somebody who's our color,
Yeah,
or becoming a journalist or whatever, but they began
yeah,
to speak about our culture from
yeah,
their eyes. He picked and
yeah.
choose
Hmm.
aspects of our culture, even though it was a bigger picture in our culture.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Nobody thought that hip hop was gonna be this big, man.
you can't think
This shit took over the world, B. Hip hop is
that.
everywhere. In the
Yeah,
fucking jungles of Africa, they got hip hop.
yeah, hell yeah. Ain't got
Motherfuckers in
nothing else.
Africa in the jungle fucking breakdancing right now. Yeah, you know, and that's a beautiful thing, man. You know, we and listen. I think positively. You know, I
Yeah,
think we're gonna be all right, man. Things gonna get better. You know, I love the people. I'm so proud of your channel, man. I gotta go bust a move right now, but I'm gonna go check out your dance battle and the Spotify stuff. You know, salute to the chat.
yeah.
Subscribe to my channel, man. D Dub
So,
Quinn on
Keep
YouTube.
up,
Support
Quinn.
the
Let's
homie, man.
subscribe to that, man. We do it for the people, man. We doing it for the people, man.
That's
And
a fact, man.
this is why we do this for. We do it for the people because we do it for the people. This is heard a whole lot clearer than just because listen, the narratives can't be created. The people that was outside,
Nah, it's organic.
you know what I'm saying? Like I remember going to high school and the cons had dudes scared to death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
That
no
was
doubt.
something that had, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I,
Yeah,
I, I remember that.
yeah. '80s was something to You had to live it. You had to be there, but it was a beautiful time. It was rough. It was aggressive. It was violent, but it was a lot of unity too. It was a beautiful time to live in New York, man. It'll never be an era like that again, man.
Yeah,
Hey, yo, I
it
gotta, I
was.
gotta bust these moves. Yo, Ziggycito, I love you, man. I gotta go get this money. You heard?
Debbie
Love
shout
you,
out
boy.
shout out
Yes, yes. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Mandu. Shout out to everybody, man. God bless everyone. And I'll catch you on the rebound.
That's a fact, man.
One.
This is definitely come on, man. Out of block. You know what I'm saying? He has a YouTube channel. Debbie shout out to Out of Block. You know what I'm saying? Good people. She supports everybody on YouTube, right? He's just doing his reporting. You know what I'm saying? Um, yo, man, yo, Cosmo Bay, jump up. It's this building destroyed, Cosmo. Let's do some building and destroying, Cosmo. You know what I'm saying? Whoever want to join the link, just hit that button. You in here, you know what I'm saying? Because it feels good to speak to somebody from your generation, you know what I'm saying? Got your generation, the same feeling, the same thing. The cloth, you humble yourself to the cloth. When you humble yourself to the cloth, you begin to realize the way people may see things isn't always the reality. Just hear somebody say, like, yo, I grew up with a bunch of guys in the penitentiary, and then you see certain situations that we see, you gotta realize these guys, a lot of these guys really grew up together. So they don't really have hatred unless they cross the line and say certain things or do certain things. But if it's just words, they'll patch it up because a lot of these guys have a lot of similarities together, being in the penitentiary for a long period of time. See, it's different when you see it from a free mind. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? It's a whole lot different when you see it from a free mind. When you see things from a free mind, things ain't always the same. You know what I mean? Like, you know, one thing my teacher, I remember I was in Section 84. My teacher used to teach us hip hop. But back then, the hip hop she was teaching us was, you know, the beginning of hip hop, like Planet Rock, Sugar Hill Gangs, you know those records. We used to spit on our heads in a class. This is part of my curriculum in my schools. And she should show us books about magazines about other countries that follow hip hop. And one of the countries that was amazing to us, that was heavy on the hip hop, was Japan. Japan in the 80s was heavy on the hip hop. And they had their own fashions, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt. And that was this whole part of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So what brought us together in class was hip hop. Breakdancing, some people was b-boying, you know, fresh, you know what I'm saying? The fashionables, the garments, you know what I'm saying? Then you had some dudes that was into basketball. But see, that's funny because when I played basketball, people like Larry Bird, um, Moses Malone, those are the greats. Stop. This is before Jordan. This is when Jordan leg was something. He was out for like a half a season. Whatever they did with it. Those stars, Dr. J, when the Sixers won the championship. That's when I paid attention to basketball. Doug King was doing his thing with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Those are the days. All the similarities, all the same. So right now, this is the NBA playoffs, right? Right now, it's a facility. They're beefing over the TV, the Puerto Ricans and the African Americans, because at this time of year, this is wow, that's dope, Van Glorious. The first person I seen do the moonwalk as an actor, was Van Glorious, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was watching basketball. Dr. J, Moses Malone, Maurice Cheeks, and all of, you know what I'm saying? Ralph Sampson was the dream back then. That's when Ralph Sampson got drafted and went to the Houston Rockets and all that. That's when I followed basketball. You know what I'm saying? When you poor, you all do the same thing. That's how we know Julio Ortiz was popping. That's how I know about Walter Berry, Washington being home. When Patrick Ewing went to Georgetown. You know what I'm saying? When Temple had the hour, the coach. Temple was doing a thing. Still outside, man. The game was different, man. It was a lot of things going on, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta respect the game and what the game is asking for. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of times people may not see it that way, but it is that way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Things happen in the street, man. Yep. Yep, he don't. Yep, exactly. That's what we was all in the house. We was in the house watching basketball. The streets was crazy. Hip hop was on the rise. You know, the streets was different. A lot of these guys that you see that you see on these platforms, they've been in jail. These are the guys. A lot of these guys with the guys that was outside, the guys with the bigger cell glasses, the dude on the second street watching karate flicks. All that's a part of hip hop culture. Going to the dudes watching karate flicks, cutting school and all that. You know what I'm saying? All that is a part of the culture, man. You know what I'm saying? Brownsville in East New York was like Iraq. You know what I'm saying? The brother said he went to DC in the 80s. Remember, it was the murder capital in the 80s. You talking about when the mayor was getting high, dipping off getting high. You know what I'm saying? A different time, man. Everybody have a story, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And people still have evolution in them because of a parent. If it was black or Puerto Rican. A lot of Puerto Ricans was integrated into with the young lords and other Latino organizations. And a lot of African Americans was down with Black Panthers or the BLM and all, the BLA, Black Liberation Army, then the God bodies and the Israelites. And, you know what I'm saying? And the list goes on. There was a lot of evolution, but taught out of evolution was something called powder. Powder, went from the powder game to the other game, and it's history. You know what I'm saying? You know, history is history, man. And as long as we understand, like, I seen an interview the other day, right? And they had 22 Doug up there. 22 Doug said he was rolling and yeah, I know that about something. He had $200. Somebody booked him. When he went to his grandmother, he said, "Grandma, somebody robbed me." He said, that you got robbed, right? In the street, right? That's what come with playing in the streets. Basically, you know what I'm saying? That's how the rules was told to us. It was simple. You go to jail, this is what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? If you do this, understand this consequences. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know what the consequences are. Everything is how things get real. You understand what I'm saying? It just turns into something that's real. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. We do this for the people. We do this for the culture. We do it for the love of the people, man. Let me shout out to my man. Yeah. But he also produced Come On D Joint. You know what I'm saying? He produced Come On D Joint. Come On D Joint actually went platinum. The Wild West. That album, he did a lot of production for. Let me shout out to Teddy Riley. Yeah, Ted was in the building, man. He was definitely making it happen. Shout out to Rooftop Records. Then he got signed to the Jive and BME, GMG, Uptown Records. But I'll tell you, man, he was a smart guy. He was signed to Uptown at that time, MCA, right? Uptown, wherever it was, Uptown Records. But he had a production deal with Jive Records. RCA, Jive, all the same thing. So he produced, in the midst of him doing the Kumo D album, he produced a lot of songs. So that group that had that song, "You Playing Hard to Get," he produced a lot of tracks on that album. Yo, Ted was making a lot of money off of just producing and making beats for the other side of town, RCA, back in that time, man, while he was still a part of God. So yes. I believe they shout out to K Born, man. K Born, that was K Born. You know what's so funny? K Born, he's a mad good, humble guy, man. He's on that, he's on IG. It's K Born. K Born, you know what I'm saying? Go hop in his DM. That's one of the classical too. He's saying new rap generation. You know what I'm saying? He know more about Ted than anybody else because he was at the rooftop. He was making records. He was at the, you know what I'm saying? He was there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ted was making moves, man. Him and Mr. Lee was killing with the beats. You know what I'm saying? So he played a lot of part. He played a major part to the culture. Yo, who remembers Uptown Comedy Club? Julio Ortiz is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Uptown Comedy Club was a good one too, man. You know, so shout out to Bullets guy for sharing the video. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Bullets guy. You know, we see you, we understand you, you out here. You're definitely appreciate you for sharing the content. My man's a DJ too. Find him. Let me find him. Shout out to DJ Demo from the East Side, man. East Harlem DJ Ted Smoothly doing great things together. They were just at the downtown Bronx, man. Oh, see, that's a joint. Let me see. Get the name of this joint, man. Fat Joe was there too, though. No, Fat Joe, you on free. We see you. We see what y'all doing. Yeah, Uptown Comedy Club was popping. You know, Tracy Morgan flexing on them. Cool, what's going here? DJ Demo. Let's call this spot. The Bistro, downtown Bronx. They call it in the Piano District. Yep, Uptown Comedy Club. JB Smooth Tracy. Yep, Uptown Comedy Club. That was a joint, man. Shout out to Tracy, man. You know what I'm saying? My cousin was a heavy promoter in the 90s in upstate New York, and he used to bring them up there. You know, even the guy that passed away, that was with Tracy Morgan. I met him a couple of times. Good guy, man. Shout out to A.G. White. A.G. White from the East. Shout out to A.G. White. You know what I'm saying? Word. Shout out to my man A.G. White, man. Brooklyn in the building. Brooklyn. Shout out to my man DJ Swab 99 from the block. Lex Ave, you heard? He's a heavy-headed DJ. You know what I'm saying? So we do it for the people. We do this for the culture. But the beast show the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And we just making this happen, man. Let me tell you something, man. Me per se, I'm a good guy. I was never internet and extra. I was never like a state. I wasn't a state kid. I wasn't an extortionist. I wasn't somebody that kidnapped me. I just bought my money. I believe fair is fair. You know what I'm saying? If you don't see eye to eye, fair is fair, then life goes on. That's how life goes. You know what I'm saying? We may have a fallout, but the fallout, if nothing's fixed within the fallout, life goes on. You go your way, I go my way. That's how it goes. Business didn't work out. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things going on out here, man. I will ask you a question, right? I don't know if it was a meme, but the guy who killed Nipsey, they're breaking his soul if it's true what they said. They killed his mom, they killed his grandmother, they killed the aunt, they killed his sister and his kids. If that's really going on out there, they're killing his soul, man. Why? Because you killed somebody over an emotional attack. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But it's reality, man. People love certain people, man. You know what I'm saying? Word, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody went to jail for a long period of time doesn't mean that they're a piece of crap. There's more. Let me tell you, one thing I did figure out, man. I used to get locked up in the 90s. The Puerto Ricans would teach other Puerto Ricans about Puerto Rico. The Puerto Ricans to Hebrews that get locked up. So what Mandu said, he was teaching the people these classes, he's teaching them African culture. Because remember, at that point in time in the public schools, you wasn't getting taught African culture. You was just reading a book, a history book that said African Americans were slaves. And this is what was going on in the slavery times. You know what I'm saying? We have the education, it's just the felonies is what stopped our growth. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely got it. It's a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. Yeah? It's a dirty game, man. But we see it. We see it every day in the streets, man. They got they said they done got him all over the internet. Somebody he done put a hit out on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Speaking to the goons. They killed his nephew. I think his nephew or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he took a message. He said, you know, people gonna always jump with somebody who got power, even if he ain't say get busy. They got jump out the window. That's what people do. Oh, it's a bag of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell dudes. Stay out the streets, man. Go find something illegal to do, man. Go find something illegal to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of content I do when I have like people I speak with, I normally just I speak about it, I spoke to somebody, but now I'm just gonna start bringing it to my platform. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what? Everybody just talking about my platform because I want to put a content out there before the content is done. You know what I'm saying? So let's put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But definitely shout out to my man. What's his name? Let's talk about it because I did the first man do interview on IT. He actually posted it and it did great. That's a great thing. We show love to our people. We show love to our culture. So definitely showing love to the culture. It's, you know what I'm saying? And that's what this is about. Now, I've been up all day because you know I had to work these both jobs. I definitely appreciate all those that came through. Definitely salute the Mandu. You know, I got time to share this. Share it. This is great for the people, man. It shows change. You know what I'm saying? People can change, man. Some people don't want to go back to the penitentiary. Let them tell their story instead of asking them questions about their story. It's a whole lot better, right? When they tell you a story that they want to tell you, compared to when we ask you about something that's gonna cause chaos. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, I want you to have a blessed night, man. God bless you. God bless you. I'm just here for the people, man. I'm here for the people, man. I'm here for the people. You know what I'm saying? Definitely deep, bro. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget my man, Velli, MMB Velli. You can't forget about him. You can't forget about the sub station head. Application. You need Spotify Premium or Apple Premium to hear music for people, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't drink and drive. Get a lot of rest. Appreciate life. We here, party people. We are here. We here. Yeah. I'm gonna do a show tonight. Shout out to Deputy Cloud Chaser. Shout out to Ice Coleon and all of them, man. People that show we love over the months doing videos we posted in the past. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, that's right. The polo shirt ain't wrinkled in your deal, son. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I had to put the silky garment on. You know what I'm saying? Chilling, Jim Brown. Chilling, man. Cosmo Band building. The Roosters in the building. Fleet Fox is in the building. G'd up. We had a great show tonight, man. On a Wednesday night. You know what I'm saying? Jim Brown is in the building, man. Keno. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We are here. So with that being said, let's have a good and positive night. You know what I mean? Gotta go to sleep, man. I gotta work in the morning. With that being said, shout out to Mandu. Appreciate you, bro. We here. That being said, peace.